Welcome to Fletcher's Wildlife Garden, one of Ottawa's best urban birding spots. The trees throughout Fletcher's Garden and the Dominion Arboretum along Dow's Lake and the Rideau Canal are beautiful on their own, but at first glance you may not realize that these few scattered trees are the homes of many types of wildlife. These trees provide a safe haven for wildlife within the urban environment, a place to forage, rest, and interact with one another. It's a beautiful place that we share with these creatures. Early into my walk, I took some time to film this robin. I don't always take the time to observe these guys or film them, but I'm happy I did. It was interesting to watch this one hunting in the middle of the field. Eventually, it found a worm in the ground and struggled to pull it out of the dirt, which was pretty cool to see. I don't think it was actually successful getting this one out. A little further down near this low pond was a whole bunch of wildlife, including this eastern phoebe. One of the first songbirds to return each spring, the eastern phoebe often arrives before the leaves are even out. Listen for its raspy phoebe call, and watch for its signature tail wag as it hunts insects from a perch. On another nearby tree, I saw my first yellow-bellied sapsucker of the year. Unlike many woodpeckers that stay year-round, yellow-bellied sapsuckers migrate south for the winter. Birds that nest in Canada travel to the southeastern United States, Mexico, and even the Caribbean before returning each spring. The yellow-bellied sapsucker is a unique woodpecker that drills neat rows of small holes into trees to feed on sap. But it's not just drinking the sap itself. It's also catching the insects attracted to it. These sap wells become an important food source for many other birds, mammals, and insects as well. Despite its name, the yellow belly can be surprisingly hard to see, especially from a distance. Closer over to Dow's Lake, the trees were alive with warblers. An exciting encounter was with this Blackburnian warbler. One of my favorite warblers, and this one was one of the first times that I've seen it actually up close and not just way up in the tops of the trees. The Blackburnian warbler is one of North America's most striking songbirds, with males sporting a fiery orange throat that seems to glow in the sunlight. These tiny migrants spend the winter in the Andes Mountains of South America before returning to Canada's conifer forests each spring. Despite their bright colors, they can be surprisingly difficult to spot as they spend much of their time high up in the treetops searching for insects. And here's an empty patch of grass right beside the trail. Or so I thought as I walked past. It wasn't until I looked a little closer to see this small patch of grass was absolutely teeming with chipping sparrows. I couldn't believe how well camouflaged they are just out in the open like that. The chipping sparrow is one of the most familiar birds of the spring, recognized by its rusty cap, crisp black eye line, and steady trilling song. Back at the shoreline, all the wildlife action didn't stop just on land. Out on the water were double-crested cormorants swimming around and diving underwater. along with tons of barn swallows ripping around like little fighter jets just over the surface of the water. The barn swallow is one of the world's most widespread bird species and is a master of aerial acrobatics. With its deep forked tail and sleek blue plumage, it spends most of its day catching flying insects while flying itself. Barn swallows build mud nests on buildings, bridges, and other structures, often living close to people. Each fall, they undertake an incredible migration to Central and South America before returning north in the spring. The yellow warbler is one of the most widespread warblers in Canada and one of the brightest signs of spring, flashing yellow plumage as it moves through shrubs and treetops. It spends its days searching for insects among the leaves. This one wasn't particularly keen on getting filmed though. Many more yellow-rumped warblers were amongst the trees here as well. Unlike most warblers, this one can digest waxy berries, allowing it to survive on a wider range of foods. Look for its bright yellow patches on the rump, sides, and crown as it darts through trees and shrubs during migration. This chonky guy is an American tree sparrow. These hardy birds spend the winter across southern Canada and the northern United States, but breed far to the north in the Arctic tundra. I checked back along the pond only to find a mallard duck. With its glossy green head, bright yellow bill, and curled black tail feathers, the male mallard is one of North America's most recognizable ducks. During the breeding season, these colorful drakes compete for mates, but after nesting begins, they shed their striking plumage and temporarily resemble females while they molt. In a nearby tree overlooking the same pond, I found my last birds of the day, a couple of cedar waxwings. Cedar waxwings are sleek social songbirds known for their silky plumage, black mask, and bright red wax-like tips on their wing feathers. Unlike many birds, they often nest later in summer to take advantage of ripening berries, which make up most of their diet throughout the year. Fletcher's Wildlife Garden is one of my favorite places in downtown Ottawa to go for a quick birding walk. This relatively small stand of trees squished between Ottawa's experimental farm, Dow's Lake, high-rise condos, and Carleton University provides nesting sites, shelter, and food for countless birds, from warblers to woodpeckers. These urban forests also support mammals, insects, and other wildlife, proving that even small green spaces can make a big difference. Thanks for watching.